Wow, I just got a message pop up saying about managing moderators. Okay, interesting. Monday morning here, 7:54 a.m. It's a bit late, but that's all right. I've got a late start today. I think sometimes you have to be kind to yourself. Look, I've had a good week, and I've also had I wouldn't say a bad week. Bad is like, getting shot, something like that. I don't know, that doesn't even sound right. But I'm saying, like, it hasn't been a bad week. It's just been, ups and downs, right? The rhythm of life, right? We can't dictate and change things, right? Things just happen. And we just have to move with them, right? And yes, for me, the chicken is a big thing. Anyway, one of the biggest things, hey Paul, how you going? Biggest thing for me personally is when I'm not feeling, my amazing self, is to, do my routine. So let's go to the beach. Let's do my morning concoction. I've got my green powder next to me, which, I'm going to do my things. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you going? And, just get into the routine, right? The rhythm of work and life and the week ahead, I guess. This is Monday morning here. Yeah, and I'm not feeling my amazing self, but that's okay. Like, we don't always wake up feeling fucking amazing, right? Most days I do, right? So I'm okay with that. Hey Jay, how you going? Hey, I'm human. Like, I'm not always 100%. Oh, I don't know what it is about me, but I actually crave these drinks. I mean, to someone trying this, it'll be like, if I gave this to Paul when I go to Bali, he'll go, I ain't touching that with a stick. Or maybe I'd force it down his mouth and he'd be like, ugh, yuck. I mean, it's a squeeze of lemon, apple cider vinegar, some honey, hot water, and then a blend of turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, sea salt, something else in there too, I'm sure. Oh, fennel seeds. And I do actually like this drink. I haven't had it all weekend. Yeah, I'm allowed to have a bad day. And like, I think and you know what? It's not even a bad day. Like, I've had a really nice morning. I did my meditation. I did my body tapping in the van. The van is all clean too. Like, I was actually walking around it, swinging cat around it, going, man, this is clean. This is organized. The sheets are nice and clean. We had it. Yeah, so like, it's actually not a bad day. It's just that, yeah, I'm emotional over the chicken. I'm still dealing with that. And I'm still, coming to grips that I think we have to put her down. But, she's not down yet. Like, she's still alive and she's still, looking at me wanting food, and I've just left her literally, chomping away at live worms. But, I'll walk away thinking, her legs don't work. She's flapping around and she must get dehydrated. Hey, Lavender. So I think I need to stop talking about the chicken. I'm going to be honest. I think the chicken is making me quite depressed. And I could cry at like a hat dropping at the moment, I think. So anyway, let's change this up. Morning routine. I'd like to know, does anyone actually have a morning routine? Or do you just watch me and go, gee, Dora, you're weird? I'd love to know. Does anyone in the chat have a morning routine? Paul, you have you get up and go for a walk in the morning, most mornings. Do you have a routine? Like, I know you go and have a coffee after you walk, but do you have a morning routine in the morning? Like, stretching, other than the normal things, like, going to the toilet and getting changed, right? But are you like me that, hey, Paul 4001, that's an interesting one, and K Nasi, and yeah, hello, and Cal Napi, hello, how you going? Some interesting new people. Hi, I'm Dora from Australia. And I'm just talking about morning routine. I'm just wondering if anyone has a morning routine. Hey Mike, how you going? I know for a lot of you, you're in the Northern Hemisphere, so it's, afternoon, and it's morning here in Australia. It's 7:59 a.m. on a Monday morning. So yes, we're in the future. Yes, Dora, make sure the lid is on, because that would be tragic as per usual. All right, this always snaps me out, right, guys? Okay, hold on. Let me just fix the lid up. Otherwise, this will not snap me out. Do other people have issues with these things leaking sometimes? There's no crack in it, it's just leaking. Like, what's going on, Dora? Come on. Okay, what we're gonna do is shake this outside so that we don't get it in the car, because I've got it all over my shorts right now. Shake, rattle and roll, shake, rattle and roll, shake. Looks like I'm having like constipation. Shake, rattle and roll. Okay, it's done. And I've got all green juice all over my fingers. It's an awesome day. It's awesome. And you know what? It is awesome, because you know what? I woke up this morning, and you know, some people didn't wake up. And I'll be honest, guys, I prayed that the chicken would die in its sleep. How sad is that, guys? I prayed that the chicken would die in its sleep. Because, you know, I feel sad having to put down a chicken. I haven't decided completely though on putting down a chicken, but it's nearly there, guys. It's nearly there. But I need to stop talking about it because it makes me upset. All right, so yes, I have a shaker for my nutritional drink that I have to be careful. Like, same reason I do, because it goes everywhere. I'm ice fishing. Oh, cool. I'm sure you're videotaping it so we can see it. So that's really cool, because I've always asked Mike about ice fishing, because it just sounds like something, you know, very, very interesting that, you know, I've never tried, and it just sounds really interesting. So yeah, cool. All right, well, I'm driving to the beach, guys, so then we can go for a walk. Undecided. I think I really need some music today, guys. I think I'm going to do some drumming, because I just feel like, yeah, I need to change the vibe of this at the moment. Not that it's bad vibe, guys. It's just that, yeah, I just feel ick. When you feel ick, you need to get yourself out of the ick. So this is me going for a walk and getting myself out of the ick. So if you want to hang around, I can't hold the phone while I drive, so I'm putting it down. Open that up. There'll be clanking, guys. There's water bottles behind where the phone is sitting. You know, I've got water bottles, I've got protein powder, I've got hydrolytes, all the things to help me be me, right? There's a little kid getting ready to go to school. So it's back to school here in Australia. They went back to school last week. So the roads are starting to be a little bit more busier mid-morning, because everyone's dropping their little darlings to school. So, Debbie Sue, how you feeling today? It's Sunday for you guys, so day of rest. Are you having a chill day? I'm sure there's a lot of lives going on, so you'll be busy watching all those, I'm guessing, making some videos. I think you have your doctor's appointment in like 2 days, right? The 2nd of February, right? Which is a Tuesday. Well, hopefully Doc says that you're doing well and that you're recovering quite nicely, and that, you know, it's going back to normal routine, that, you know, you can start dancing and raving and all the things that you want to do. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So last week on a live, I was talking about taking Debbie Sue dancing with me, and Susan was saying, no, Debbie Sue would be like more ballroom dancing, and then I was like ballroom dancing, and then Susan said, oh, don't talk about pole dancing. And then I was like, okay. So it was dancing with a pole. It's quite funny, actually. Nothing rude, guys. Nothing rude. Keep it clean. I'm parked behind a car at some traffic lights, and there's a bumper sticker that says, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. It's a lady driving the car. It's a very bad joke. It's just stupid, really. But anyway, I just thought I'd read that out to you. You know, when you're driving along, it's always good to look at, the bumper bar stickers. Sometimes there's actually some quite good ones. So, weather report coming from Redcliffe, southeast Queensland. 30 minutes away from Brisbane. We're in summertime here, obviously, guys. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. We're heading down the beach, and I can see the beach from here. I can't show you the beach because I'm driving. You'll see it in a second. It is 29 degrees Celsius on my car thermometer. So it's going to be another warm day. I just don't think it feels as humid as it normally is, though. I actually think that, we're starting to, the humidity is not as hugely high as it was 3 weeks ago. It was stinking hot. Oh my gosh, guys, it's high. Holy shiz. My gosh, guys. Wait till you see this, guys. It is really high tide. Normally there's a little beach here that I can walk along. Well, there'll be a little bit of a beach, but it's really high tide. Oh God, I should have brought my togs. That'd have been nice for a swim. Susan! Hello, Susan. How are you, mate? When you go to the beach, you should invite me for a little bit. We can compare the difference in the weather. Okay, we can do that. I was supposed to have it tomorrow, Monday, but I had to reschedule because we've got so much snow we have to go. Oh, yeah, of course you can't leave. Oh, that's crap. Who's Smokey? Smokey? Hello, Smokey. How's it going? Obviously, Smokey, how are you and Quinn? Hi, Smokey. I don't know if I met you before, Smokey. Do I know you? Have I looked at your channel before? Probably not. I'm such a bad YouTuber at the moment. Anyway, guys, we're going for a walk. I'm just finishing off my green juice. We're in Redcliffe. All right. Green juice off my face. Just hold you up there like that, guys, for a second. I just want to... Those pine trees look pretty cool, don't they? So it sounds like our friend Mike is ice fishing, and he's at a lake, I guess. So he wants to do a report on his weather compared to my weather at the beach. I'm just putting some sunscreen on, guys. Because it is, warm out there. All right. Keys, hat, long sleeve shirt, check. We got it going on. All right. Oh. Whoops. Okay, come on. I'm going to take the shoes off, guys. We're doing it So actually, guys, I heard, well, I've seen it myself, that sometimes you find syringes on the beach. So I kind of go through phases where I do have shoes on, sometimes I don't. But you know what? It is what it is. I really feel like I need to be grounded to the ground, so I am going to be barefoot. Morning, are you going? It is a beautiful morning, isn't it? Okay, the water wasn't as high as I thought it was. Still high though. So, of course we have to do our morning routine, which is obviously jumping for joy, and I've just dropped my long sleeve shirt. Let's find some beachy area that we can put our phone. Looks like the tide's coming up actually. Tripod. Go. Who's ready for a walk? Which way are we going? I'm going to go this way, guys. Turn the phone around. Alright, guys, I famously, as per usual, can't see the green. There's so much glare, and I don't care. It's fine. You know, some people say that I am being ignorant in the chat. Can't be ignorant when you can't see the chat, guys, so there you go. Oh my gosh, water on the feet, in the sand. Hello, mental health just went up one more go. So, mental health check-in, guys. As I said, not feeling my amazing 100%, guys. Started with a 6. And you know what, guys? I've actually had a nice morning, guys. I've had a nice morning. I've not rushed. I've not pulled. I've just surrendered to my morning. And it's so nice to walk along the beach here, do a jumping for joy, putting my hands in the air and saying, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, anyone that cares. You know, I just feel very, very grateful. Even though I'm having I'm not even having a bad day, to be honest. It's just, yeah, as I said, I'm a little bit down over the chicken, But, you can't, wildlife, right? I should listen to my own noise that I say sometimes, that, animals are wild, right? They are going to do what they're going to do. They don't formate, to our, what we want to do. But I have to face facts. The chicken has not got any better. Hardly any better. Let's go hardly any better. She can't walk, and it's hot. And we can't keep on moving her around and trying to give her water so she's not dehydrated all day. It's horrific. And I'm thinking about myself, but at the same time I'm thinking about her. It's not fair on her. you know. So anyway, we're nearly at that decision. When we make that decision, then I can book my flights to Sydney. I definitely need a couple of days away. Definitely need some dancing. It's going to happen Saturday night. I'm going to see one of my favourite DJs, Gareth Emery. It's been about, 2 years, I think, since I've seen him. And I really, really like this DJ. He's not like, he's dance music, he's trancey kind of thing. But there's just some kind of melody through his music, and he sings, he plays piano, he plays the organ. He just does a really good job. And his music just fills my soul. Like, he has really nice words, and just like love ballads, I guess, in ways, kind of thing. And it's just, it hits all the right notes for me. And when you find, music that hits all the right notes, you got to listen to it, right? It makes you feel good. And then, being able to see someone actually produce that music live, it's very special, I've got to say. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I know that. But it's definitely my cup of tea. And I tell you, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Okay, let me stop and have a look if I can see the chat. Oh, not really. I can see Susan's talking. So I can make out Susan's, her channel circle. And then obviously she's a moderator, so I can see that, someone in there that I know. When we get a bit further, there'll be some shade. And Mike, you want to do a bit of a weather report, right? You're going to tell us about the weather where you are. So give us about 2 minutes and I'll be under a tree. And we can do that weather report. Unfortunately, I can't do the zoom you in because I'm on the phone, but I've already started the live. I mean, I could stop the live and do it. Oh no, can't, because you actually need another device when you try to do the interviews, like on the live stream. What do you call it? When you try to invite someone else onto your live stream, you need another device to actually share the link. Oh, this feels so nice, guys. So nice. Whoa. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm wearing short shorts. Otherwise, my leggings just got wet. Oh, who cares? Who cares? It's just a bit of water. Can't believe it's February, guys. Seriously, can't believe it. Okay, in about 1 minute, Mike, if you're still there, if you want to give us your weather report in the chat, I'll read it out. If I read that right, that's what you wanted to do. Tell me what's going on where you're ice fishing. And so I'm very excited. Oh. I thought it was petrified wood. It actually is wood. It's not petrified though. Alright. Alright, under these trees, actually, you know what? Let's go up to the hut, because we probably should do some push-ups and stuff. So, while we're setting up for that, I can have a chat to Mike. Well, we can all have a chat to Mike. He's just not my friend. He's everyone's friend. Okay, this is better. Someone had a party here last night. Got some vodka cruisers. Oh, okay. All right, calling Mike. Calling Mike. Ring, 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 ring. Mike, are you there? Okay, I can see the chat. We've got some people here that I don't know. Do I not worry about crocs and sharks? Well, there's no crocodiles down here. We're in southeast Queensland. So 30 minutes away from Brisbane. There's no crocodiles down here, thankfully. And sharks, they don't normally come to the shallow. And to be honest, no one's really been taken by a shark here. People are swimming here all the time. I swim here all the time. Look, there's a chance of sharks, but there's a chance of getting hit by a car too, right? You still drive, so yeah. I know though some people that are not used to oceans and stuff could be scared of sharks and crocodiles. I get it. I definitely get it, but I would never walk like that along the beach up in Cairns or in like Townsville. That would be dangerous. Up at the Daintree, so that's just about an hour and a half away from Cairns north. The Daintree is like this beautiful rainforest where you've got rainforest on the beach. It's gorgeous, right? But you don't walk along the water like that because there'll be eyes watching you walk along the beach. All right, Mike, coming in, Mike. Mike, do you want to tell us how your weather is? You're about a 5 today, Susan. Oh no. Susan, are you still feeling your arms still sore, mate? All right, guys, I'm stripping off. Don't get too excited. It's just the one layer. Weirdos in the chat, I don't know. So, getting that off, we're going to do some push-ups. Guys, please don't subscribe and think that I am some health and fitness channel. I am not a health and fitness channel. I just like to keep healthy. And let's take that off. And yeah, I like to stay fit. Try to be fit. Stay fit. Try to be fit. That's it. So anyway, let's do. Mike's not there. Mike's going to tell us about his weather. Okay. All right. Well, let's push it up. We're going to do 5 sets of 10. Let's do it. I can't get 7. I can't get lower. 8, 9. So people watching will be like, you need to get lower. I know that. If I could get lower, I would, but I can't. I'm trying. Okay, triceps. Let's go. Ooh. Yeah. I'm going to do normal squats today. Normal squats. Okay, one set done. What's going on with my friend Susan? Susan's just sending love. Well, I'm sending love back to you, Susan. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I do know there's a few things going on. All right, push-ups, like 1 set. Let's go. interesting. Sometimes like push-ups are hard. Mostly they're always hard actually. But triceps, normally I fly through those. The first set was really hard. Second set, fine. Okay, we're about to finish the squats. Squats I can do. Squats are so good for you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 sets done. All right, let's go number 3. Don't think about it, just do it. Ooh. I'm just getting sweaty. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 sets. Okay. Let's stop and have some water. Whew. Thank you. Always something going on. Laugh. Oh, mate. I think that's living on a farm, mate. When I talk to my mum, who lives on a farm too, nothing like yours though, Susan, right? Nothing to compare. But, you know, something's always broken. You know, sick chicken. She's got a sick chicken also at the moment. Turkey's eating all the food, like, getting into her garden. Yeah. I think we all have things, right? Like, hey, Bill. How are you going, Bill? Last time we spoke to you 2 days ago, your blood level was out of control. Your sugar levels were out of control. How are you going? Yeah, let's all send Susan some love. That ain't full squats, though. Thanks for your input, mate. As I said, I'm not a health and fitness channel. Don't critique me. I am just doing the best I can, right? And I think we're all doing the best we can, right? That's all we can do. And even for Susan, Susan's doing the best she can. And man, I tell you, Susan, reading your articles. So we're talking about High Country Homestead and reading Susan's Buy Me a Coffee writings. Like, they're on Buy Me a Coffee. Like, when she does all her writings and she sends them to her local newspapers that publish them, they're also published on her Buy Me the Coffee. So if you haven't read them, if you go to High Country Homestead, Susan's channel, in her bio, there's Buy Me a Coffee. Doesn't mean you have to buy her a coffee, but you mean you could buy her a coffee, but you don't actually have to. You click on the Buy Me a Coffee link, and then you can actually go to her profile and you can follow her. It's like Facebook, I guess. And then you can read all the writings. And, her latest one is very raw, and I mean, they're all raw, right? But, it just tells you, the hardship of living on a farm. And it's not easy. I mean, people don't live on farms because it's easy. It's a challenge, but, in those glimpses of those hard bits, I'm sure Susan sees some beauty, right? Like when her calves are having babies, Clover, when Clover was born, I mean, that was a beautiful, joyful moment. We got to share that with Susan. We just wish for more of those joyful moments, right? Let's all wish for that for Susan. More of those joyful moments for Susan on her farm, less of those hard moments. I mean, there have to be hard moments, unfortunately. It's farming, it seems to be. And it seems to be life, right? Like, life is not always perfect. Okay, let's keep on going. Am I up to number 4? I'm up to number 4. All right, let's go. Yes, I'm from Australia. Ooh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the smart ass is going to say to me, that's not a push-up. I know it's not a push-up. I'm learning. Thanks for being the criticizer. It's very, very helpful. Just saying. I'm also being very sarcastic. 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh. Okay. All right, let's finish the socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, one more set. That was 4. All right, let's do it. Oh. Right. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Oh. Right. 63 squats to represent the 63 people. A week here in Australia that decide they don't want to be here anymore. Obviously one of them was my friend Esther. And I think this topic on mental health and, you know, what I always talk about, the check-ins and, you know, the rhythm of life. You know, there's things that affect us all. Everyone individually in this chat even. You know, are suffering and doing something's happening in their life, right? Maybe not suffering, but like, you know, some people are suffering, like Bill. I felt sick this morning, but now I feel fine. Oh, that's good. I'm really glad. Any sugar levels are great now. Okay, that's awesome, Bill. So like Bill was suffering a couple of days ago. You know, his sugar levels were out of the sky. He was feeling really sick. That's like, you know, heart attack, stroke level kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really glad that you're not, you know, you found a level, right? But you know, we are all individually. No one knows behind the face or behind the channel, behind the words, what someone's going through. Even trolls in the chat, you know, we don't know what's going through them. You know, they might be nasty, they might be vicious. But you know, I think in life, I just think be nice. Like, why be nasty? I mean, I've been in some lives, and some trolls are just disgustingly nasty, and I just think, why are you being so nasty? and then people attack them back, and then it's just like a whole big fight. And I think that trolls want to fight, right? They actually want the reaction. So that's why I don't really react. I nearly reacted then because, you know, someone was saying something and I wanted to bite back. And I might have been a little bit bitey back. Because I'm in a bit of a, you know, I'm in my own little mood, right? I'm not suffering, so to speak, but, you know, I'm riding the waves, right? And when you're riding the waves and, you know, someone, you know, has a bit of a go, you can take it the wrong way. And that's where people, you know, get upset. And if you don't have the mindset of like, just let it go, or, you know, those people maybe are going through their own thing. Maybe those people are idiots. Who cares? They're just on the other side of the keyboard. They're like keyboard warriors, right? Like, you've got to let it go. And I nearly fell for it then. I really wanted to bite back. As I said, I'm not feeling my 100% self. Like, I could cry at the minute, right? That's just how I feel at the moment. And I thought, you know what? Dora 2 days ago would have just went, yeah, whatever. Who cares? But I bit back a little bit, guys, because I'm feeling a little bit precious. But see how it happens, right? When trolls come in, or, you know, it's not even about trolls, guys. It could be just a comment. Okay, I'll out myself. Someone was in my live yesterday afternoon. I'm not going to mention their name because they're a good friend of mine, okay? A new friend. And we were looking at Little Grey, okay? And I'm riding the wave, guys. I'm feeling really upset about Little Grey. And they made a couple of comments. And look, they're personal comments. Everyone has their right to their own opinion, right? That's what, you know, democracy is about. You know, like, we can all have a right to say what we want to say, right? So I'm not upset about that. But some of the things she said, it hurt because it's probably true. And I was like, oh. And she said, look, I'm just going to say nothing because, you know, I said, no, that's your opinion. It's okay to say that. But, you know, people's opinions do affect you. And I think that's okay because, you know, sometimes you need to hear it. Sometimes sometimes it's not what you want to hear, right? But, you know, I think it's your ability to process it and kind of write it out and think, you know, why does that opinion affect you? You know, why does that opinion affect you? It's not about them, it's about you, right? Yeah, anyway, it's just interesting, right? And if I wasn't feeling so flat yesterday afternoon, that opinion wouldn't have affected me. And if that person is in the chat right now, they'll know what I'm talking about. And if that person is in the chat, or is watching the replay later on, I'm not having a go at all. I actually, you know, I value your opinion. It's just the timing of my own situation, right? And your opinion was very valid, and I probably needed to hear it. So I'm not upset at all about it. I think it's, you know, my friends here on, you know, I know they're my friends, and sometimes they'll say things and it might sting a little bit, but that's okay, right? Like, that's what happens with friends. I think as long as it doesn't happen too much, like, as in, like, you know, being nasty. I'm not talking about that, guys. I'm talking more about, you know, people's opinions can be very staunch. I've got some very strong, staunch opinions about many things, right? And I'm careful about where I put them. I guess this is my channel, so I can kind of say them, right? But, you know, not everyone shares the same opinions as me, and that's okay, right? Yeah, but anyway, are you in Melbourne? No, I'm 30 minutes away from Brisbane. I'm in Queensland. It's absolutely called tough love. Yes, exactly right, Bill. Tough loving. I mean, even Debbie Sue, right? Debbie Sue, you know, you've given me some tough loving some days. Like, you know, Dora, you need to go look after yourself. And, like, sometimes I think, no, I'm fine. But, you know, you're just giving me that tough loving. Like, you know, yes, you do. And the other side of it is also, right, like, when you put yourself on a, you know, on this kind of screen, like, you know, a live streamer, so to speak, you put yourself out there for scrutiny, right? Like, people, I mean, like Debbie Sue, I'm not having to go Debbie Sue. I'm just saying that, you know, Debbie Sue, I mean, there's a lot of you guys that, you know, come in every couple of days and you see me, right? You can see how I am. And sometimes I can't see how I am, right? And then you guys can. So, you know, it's interesting. And sometimes that feedback is really needed sometimes. It, like Bill said, it's tough loving, right? Like, hey, Dora, you're looking really rough at the moment. What's going on? That's okay. And sometimes, and look, I guess, you know, you pick and choose who you say that to. Not everyone's going to be okay with that. But sometimes you need to hear it. Like, sometimes you don't even know you're looking rough. Like, you know, you can look in a mirror and go, oh yeah, she's all right. But then you're not really looking at yourself. You're kind of looking at yourself in that eyes of like, oh, fuck, another day. Oh, here we go again. You know, that kind of feeling, right? And other people can look at you in other eyes and go, yeah, is Dora okay? You know, shit, she's she's looking like, you know, pretty rough. Like, you know, she's been drinking lots. I don't know. But anyway, I just think, I can think of some of my friends here on, you know, that are live streamers, and, you know, some of the things that people say could be, you know, can come across really harsh. So I think it's good to be mindful about how you say things and how you position them. It's hard though, I know, because when you're you know, in the chat, you're like boom, 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 boom. Like, I know personally, like me, I'm like, I can be a keyboard warrior too. You're like boom, 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 boom. You're on a rant, like blah, 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 blah. And sometimes you don't actually. I'm terrible at writing. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, my pronunciation, like my punctuation and my spelling is really terrible. And I'm dyslexic, so I put words in front of the wrong word. It makes sense in my head when I'm writing it down. Like, I'm going boom, 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 boom. I'm on a rant, right? But then if you read it back, you're like, what the fuck? Like, I send emails to Debbie Sue, 5 a.m. emails. I like, this is my 5 a.m. thinking, right? And I'm just, bleh. Like, it's like verbal diarrhea on a page, right? But I'm just getting it out, right? And then I'll say at the end, I'll go, P.S. I did not spell check. I did not edit. Because if I had to edit, I would probably cut half of it out and go, oh, that did not make any sense. That, oh, that's blah, blah. You'd be questioning things. You're overdoing it. So I think sometimes, you know, I pick and choose who I would do that to. Like, for example, I'm sorry to say this, Debbie, so I'm not saying that you're no one. But, like, for example, for a cover letter, for an interview or something, like for a job, you wouldn't do that, right? You would definitely spell check it and do all the things, right? But, like, if you're just having a rant to a friend, not a rant, but, like, you know, just having a conversation with a friend, I think it's okay to say what I just said. Like, I mean, I don't think Debbie Sue is at all insulted that I, you know, do that. I have a few friends in my life that know that I am not a great writer. I mean, I like to write, but when I have to write, I actually have to triple and, you know, quadruple check it. Spelling's wrong, punctuation's wrong, the wrong words in the front of the wrong place. It's just how I am, right? I've always been like that. I'm not a good speller. I am not it takes a lot for me to write. I love writing, but I have to triple and all the checks. But yeah, it's like I said, like, you know, a lot of you guys in the chat might not actually live stream. So I just think, I mean, I live stream, but I'm also in a lot of people's lives too, right? And I'm talking about my own self, that, you know, sometimes you have to think about what you're writing. I mean, I think personally, because I'm on a rant sometimes, I'm like, quick, get it down, because, you know, they're talking about that topic. But I always sometimes have to quickly reread what I wrote, just in case it comes off a bit weird, or, you know, because again, I don't know these live streamers. They don't know me, or, you know, I don't know them very well. And, you know, sometimes words can be very cutting. So anyway, just thought I'd put that out there. Like, you know, there might be some random people in the back end that are, like, I mean, there's a guy there that was kept on saying, that's not a real squat. You know, that hurt. It hurt for a second. And then in my head I went, fuck you. You get out here and do a squat, come on. Behind the keyboard, you go do a squat and tell me how you do it. But, you know, it is what it is. They're always going to be out there. There are always going to be people, you know, one-upping you and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. So Bill's got here, sometimes I want to say more, but I don't want to hurt anyone. Literally, to reword it, it doesn't sound as bad. It gives them something to think about. Yeah. I mean, look, I think you have to pick and choose. I think there's a time and a place for everything. Okay, I'll give you an idea. Give you an example. Oh, actually, let's give an example while we walk, guys. We're here to walk, right? Let me just shove my ears back in. Hey, Maddie, how you going? Shaking. Oh no, what are you shaking from? What's going on? Oh, what is going on? Oh. Okay, I have to stay there like that for a second, guys. To put my. What is going on, Maddie? I know you're not having a great time also with your health at the moment. You're chugging a Dr. Peps. Okay, that's why you're shaking. Okay, well, then you're okay. All right. Let's walk. Actually, I'll get some more water while I'm here. Okay, put you up like that for a second, guys, because I can't hold the phone and do that all at the same time. Oh. Okay. All right. Oh, that's my head.